Just going to talk you through rim sizes and issues in terms of using the Caronia tape. This is a standard roll of, this is a workshop roll of the Caronia tape in the wide section, and now it comes in 3 different sizes. But on some of the rims, you need to use a tape which is wider, and then obviously cut it back so that it gives you proper coverage, a proper adhesive bed, but at the same time isn't too wide that it goes into the brake surface. So what we've done here is we've gone round, this is a fully cleaned rim, we had the Caronia remover, it's cleaned the rim up so it's come back perfectly, and then finished off with an isopropyl alcohol. And then what I've done is I've gone round the whole rim, pushed it in carefully using the left hand edge as the guide for the tape, knowing that it's going a bit too wide on this side and it's overhanging onto the brake surface. So the important thing is start from the valve hole just short of the valve hole. I put a couple of little patches either side as well to support the valve, but with a low spot in the middle to take the valve and allow the extra material around the valve hole to drop in. And then what I've done is I've pushed this in all the way around with a little heater underneath the rim just to keep it soft and malleable all the time. And then what I've done is gone round and actually lifted the free edge around the edge of the rim to lift the tape so it sits high relative to the brake surface, so it's clear. Now what I'm going to do is, this is in a feedback stand, which makes it very easy via the wheel adapter to be able to turn the stand inwards and lock the wheel in a position at any point in time to be able to work against some sort of resistance. So what I'm going to do is stop it here, and I've got this is a Swan Morton scalpel handle with a number 10 blade in it, which has got quite a nice profile. And then starting at the leading edge, the most difficult bit is the initial cut really, but cutting at about a 45 degree across the rim. You won't damage the rim, not with the carbon surface rims, and just lift the edge until you start to get the cut starting. As I say, this is the most difficult bit, is just getting it started. Once you've got it moving, there's no real problem, but this is the most difficult part. So I'm just going to put a hole through the backing tape, there we go, and then, whoops, come here, butterfingers, there we go. And so what I'm doing now is I'm going to lift the top tape and the actual adhesive Caronia at the same time, working downwards. Just roll any bits that come away into a little ball, and then start again. And once you get it started properly, there we go. So what I'm doing is I'm using the resistance of the wheel in the stand, and then periodically you just need to allow the stand to let the wheel come around a touch more to keep it in a nice working position, and then creating the resistance again, just round. So you're sort of pulling away with the left hand and then using the scalpel just to shave away. As I say, the most difficult part is just getting the initial starting point. So there we are again, back round, not beyond the sort of 11 o'clock position, otherwise you'll have a difficulty starting the resistance. But so any wheel stand you can do this with really, and then round. And by cutting it just wide enough, it acts as a good seal underneath the tubular. How far have we gone? Back a little bit. Now this is a ZIPP 303 Firecrest tubular rim, so it's wider than some of the rims on the market. Again, move it around again. And what you end up with is a very clean cut with no adhesive stuck to the side of the brake track. But it's important that instead of cutting vertically in line with the brake track, you actually cut in at a 45 degree angle. And as I say, I've never damaged a rim doing this, and I've probably done 20 or 30 rims using this method with no issues whatsoever. I'm getting down to the valve hole now. And that's it. Very simple. I've got a little bit of tidying up to do on this edge here, just to take some of the excess away. But just using the back of the blade, you can just scrape it away and then roll it. But that's how you do it. And then you can bond as normal.